So in this juncture, I'd like to introduce to you somebody sort of the inspiration of this whole project. This concert that you are here for is actually just a culmination of a 3-month-long project. We've had a benefit dinner, we've had some poker nights, and we've had some parish outreaches where we've been selling merchandise to various parishes that would let us. And it's just been an amazing journey with an amazing group of people. But I'd like to introduce you to someone who actually has been to Guatemala City. And she actually is part of our music ministry. She's been teaching at St. Passage for the last 6 months as a volunteer English teacher. Will you please welcome Maureen Meskill?
I wanted to take this opportunity, first of all, thank everybody who's come, and I know that many of you have already attended something or have been supporting the people, the musicians, or the people who are working, so thank you so much for being here. I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the English program because I was able to volunteer as a tutor for 6 months. And at first, I really wanted to be practicing my Spanish. And I didn't necessarily understand the impact that an English program could have. But I had already had the opportunity to be living in Guatemala for 1.5 years. And within the first 3 months of living there, I was shocked at how many people valued English and wanted to learn it. There are all English immersion daycares for kindergarten through 5-year-old children. There are parents who take their children after school and they put them in English classes for 2 hours. And there are very expensive English immersion schools for kindergartners up through 12th graders. Now, as you've been able to see, there are not very many Guatemalans who can afford that. But the more that Guatemala continues to develop, the more demand there is for English in the workplace. All of the Guatemalans who are able to afford it use it professionally. They use it in tourism, in business. And what St. Passage is trying to do is make a level playing field for everybody. English can set apart the St. Passage kids. Because as I walked around and I heard from other people that we're always looking for bilingual receptionists because everybody who comes says that they're bilingual, and as soon as they get into a real conversation with a native speaker, it doesn't work. Sorry. One of the things that really struck me about St. Passage is that it doesn't just address the children by giving them food or giving them a safe place. It prepares children socially, it prepares children emotionally, it prepares them academically, and it takes care of them physically. It prepares them to take care of themselves. And English, as an addition to that already existing program, makes sense. There are a lot of companies that need bilingual speakers, and many of them are foreign-owned companies. And unfortunately, those are the companies that pay better. So again, if these children are equipped with English, they could double or triple the income of their family. Right now, all of the classes at St. Passage get 40 minutes twice a week, and over 65 people have private tutoring or small group tutoring, 2 to 3 people. And the goal of the English program is to increase that next year, so that every single class will have 40 minutes every day of the week, and as many people who want private tutoring, in addition to that, will be able to have it. $20 is going to buy a student a brand new textbook and a brand new workbook that they will have with them the entire year. They'll be able to see their progress, and they'll be able to take it home or to use it at school when there's a slow moment. And you can imagine kids who are being sponsored to get their school supplies and to be sent to school to be given a brand new textbook and a workbook, and in addition to all the other things that St. Passage provides. One of the things that struck me the most because I was only there for 6 months, there was a time when it was time for me to leave, and I was saying goodbye. And obviously transitions are moving, and you start thinking about things, and what struck me the most is that I could leave, and I could get on a plane, and I could come back here. And that wasn't true for the kids there. And it struck me again how important Safe Passage is, and how important equipping them for a professional, sustainable future is, because this is their way to leave. There is a special someone who's going to make a surprise appearance from Guatemala. She is one of my students, and she is amazing. Her name is Blanca, and she studied with me for 6 months for 1 hour a week, every Wednesday before her classes came in. She's a teacher at the project. And let me tell you, if you are in her class, you behave. She is amazing, and her children respect her, and when they're in her class, they learn how to treat themselves and each other with respect, in addition to all the other things she does. And so when she heard we were doing a concert, she worked and she worked and she wrote a statement. And again, I want you to remember, when you see this is after 18 hours of formal instruction. And so without further ado, this is Blanca.
Will you introduce yourself? My name is Blanca Luna Castillo. I am the teacher of 5th and 6th grade boys. In the project there are boys and girls, but I work on the boys. I really like my job. I have worked here in the project for 6 years. I have gained a lot of work experience during this time. The thing that I like the most about this project is that it promotes a better future for the kids to do education. The work that I do in my classroom with the volunteers helps the children to reinforce them so that they can successfully learn topics covered in school. I thank God for the privilege of collaborating in the small goal of helping these children integrate themselves in society, lifting them up to education, raising themselves, teaching them